Journal entry, 8th of the month of October, in the year of our Lord 1147. It is a time of peace and family. I frequently visit my brothers these days, and while Elodie and Faidida are striving for glory, as old boys relish the simple pleasures of life. Good food, a good conversation, and the occasional friendly competition in hunting dangerous game. Truly we are blessed, and may these days last forever. Peronella, my eldest, still relishes her time away from the bustle at court, and to my great surprise has brought home a young man, the renowned hunter Miquel, who is of common birth, but a good man nonetheless. We have welcomed him to our family, and I shall relish sharing stories of our exploits at the fireplace. He is a good man indeed, a rational paragon, an honest man and an honest and a just man, and as such a great fit for my daughter Peronella de Villeron, and very welcome in the house of Toulouse. So with that happy occasion, I can put my feet up, leave the work to my wife, the architect, and I must say she has been, despite the fact that we were never as in love as I was with Bothild, she has been a good woman. And she has taken great care of her responsibilities, of the children. She has been a good mother to the children, and she has been a good wife to me. So life really could not be better. We're still a year away from trying again to influence his personality. I did want to do another inspection in Quercy, but unfortunately, it doesn't tell me when that time's out. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to keep trying because the last one was inconclusive. So we'll see if we can do another one. But for the time being, I am starting again to feel my age at 65 years. We shall see. But I'm definitely enjoying life with my brothers. We've got Raoulf, the theologian of Rouergue. And we've got Ogier the Stout, who's busy cleaning up in Béziers. Very reliable man. Who would have thought? We've got Antoine of Gévaudan, who has lost a leg, and the four of us really, and myself, Aldéric of Toulouse, and the four of us really do enjoy, really have come close together as the local lords in these lands. And what a counterpoint would be the court of the Holy Roman Empire. Kaiser Ottokar is not in good shape. He has been infected by the pox, probably from his wife, who was already ridden with the disease when they got married. And he has been ill recently. And it looks like his brother is going to be the next in line for the throne in case things go badly in the Holy Roman Empire. How much happier are things in Toulouse? King Benoit the Craven is fighting wars in the east, and his attempts at controlling England have gone awry, and the things with the Al-Andalusians are quiet as well. However, my sister has been imprisoned. What is going on over here? So already, I think one of their children my nephew had been imprisoned, Richard de Hauteville. He was tortured to death. So it looks like the corrupt count of Avlonas has gone completely insane, and that's what I said earlier. This one died of measles, but yeah, my nephew has been tortured to death, and it looks like now it is the fate of my sister with Count Roger, who has been imprisoned for, I would assume, no good reason. I think it is. I think it is at this point that we must put our past differences aside, and I shall attempt to ransom her from the Count, and to get her out of prison. At least that is the very least I can do. So let's see if he accepts that, and it is a small price to pay. And she, with that, she is no longer in prison. Unfortunately, she is too far away for any kind of diplomatic interactions, other than us paying the ransom. But I do hope that she can gain. After the death of her son, who's been tortured to death by her husband, she can gain the courage to leave. I would love to help, but we are simply too far away at this point for any further interaction. The city of Castle Sarrazin, which has been flourishing recently, that we have founded, has become a large city, and as such, I think we can invest to improve their guild halls and their pilgrims' quarters. But we'll begin with the guild halls, and we shall upgrade this place. And yes, development definitely increasing across Toulouse. What is going on here? These are neutral armies. And my wife has encouraged chivalry, despite the fact that this is really not something that she is doing. The Kingdom of Aragon seems to have changed hands. King Gombo of Aragon has evicted the unfortunate Count Ermenegildo IV. I believe I have seen his father in my court at some point when Aragon was still struggling. But in general, what was I saying? Yes, development, not just in Toulouse, but also in Quercy is coming along nicely. The southern lands are a lot less developed that we have recently acquired. But we are getting Béziers under control, and Carcassonne has returned to normalcy as well. And I think with that, overall, we are in a relatively good position. And Auger the Stout has finished his task, which means we can get him back to train our commanders as his duty as a marshal in my court. Okay, we can once more. Run. Actually, it's fine. We can once more begin the inspection in Quercy. We are a little short of coin, but that will resolve itself very quickly. Meanwhile, we do have a new stewardship perk available. So centralization, development growth plus 0.3 per month. I am absolutely taking that. And with that, it is time to take matters into my own hands. Let's have a look what we can find in Quercy. We've done this once before, and the bailey has been constructed in Montauban. We've done this once before, but this time, hopefully, we get a better outcome. It has been inconclusive the last time. I've tried again teaching Ulrich about justice, and he has gained the just trade, and with that, that is my boy. I did gain some stress, but with that, we have that under control. Is there anything else I can teach him at this point? No. So the rest of the little ones, Navarre is being tutored by Eleanor, and I think Cecilia as well. Yeah, so she's taking care of the girls, and I am taking care of my son. Navarre has learned a language, which means we can get her to study something else. Yep, Magyar language. Why not? Anything you can. Right, we arrive in Quercy and brought to the study. I think the bureaucracy was what we were trying last time. So let's do that again. and we'll see if we have a better success. If we have a better success this time around with the inspections. Talking to the Merchant Guild hasn't gone very well. The nobles have been somewhat hostile too. So I'm going through the records, and I notice clear discrepancies between what has been recorded in certain areas and what I've received. Irrelevant of who exactly is at fault, it is clear someone needs to pay. The locals have already paid their due, but they are easier to squeeze than the ones actually responsible for these mistakes. Definitely, the nobles will... This is just. Obviously, they're not particularly happy about this, but the nobles will pay their due. I could just let this slide, but no, I am just, so we shall get the nobles. We shall get the nobles to pay. And yes, tax evasion seems to be rampant in the area. After thoroughly scrutinizing all the documents, I have managed to wrestle out some extra budget I can reallocate to alleviate some of the local infrastructure issues troubling the country. I only need to figure out which section of the bureaucracy is most in need of some aid. Tax loopholes sounds. I think tax loopholes sounds good. Or we could fix the castle walls. So this would be. Come on. Nope, doesn't let me. Same chance. So one is a development, one's taxes. I think I'm going to go for the tax loopholes because there was a lot of tax evasion going around. So we will see if we can get that done. All right, the nobles seem to have been appeased, and at least some of them. And after an evening spent in discussion with local landholders, I have finally managed to secure a deal with one of the local merchant guilds. Hopefully this is just the start of getting this country back to where I would like it to be. If only I can find some more amicable voices to support my efforts here. It is a first of many steps. And the nobles... in the discussions with the nobles are still going both ways, and all in all we have, I think, done relatively good. It looked impossible at first, but I have somehow managed to find a way to start putting things right in Kelsey, ending some of the local corruption and banditry. Definitely corruption among the nobles. So though it's only a first step in the right direction, it is crucial for the county's futures. Now we need to ensure we stay on the right path as planned. So we get some legitimacy, and we get development growth, and we've got a tax focus for the next coming years. So with that, we shall finish our inspection and return back home. What's going on here? Yes, we can actually legally declare the Duchy of Auvergne. So we'll have to look into that, if that's worth doing. And... but first, I would like to see what's new. Okay, the health of Roger the Corrupt of Avlonans is poor, but at least we have managed to break Fadida out of prison. And after her son had been tortured to death, and she had already lost her eldest, so the second son had been tortured to death. So who's actually the heir? Gérard d'Hauteville? Yes. So it looks like. It looks like the grandson is coming in first. It looks like he has eliminated his direct line of succession via torture. That's quite vile. And Jerusalem is doing well, Queen Elodie. Yeah, she is doing actually well. Things have calmed down a little bit with Byzantium. Since we are holding half of the duchy, or the lands of the Duchy of Auvergne, this is a title that we could actually create at this point. So we hold Clermont-sur-Allier and Velay, but Auvergne and Thiers, then we do not hold. So Thiers and Auvergne, these two we do not, but the rest we actually hold. So I think this is a good expansion to fortify our northern borders, and to legally fortify our northern borders. And with that, we'll create that title. That gives us some legitimacy. And I am now as well holder of the title of the Duchy of Auvergne. So I've got Toulouse, Languedoc, and Auvergne as my titles. And they shall be all inherited by Auric, my son. So he shall become the duke after me. And that obviously puts into question, in case this should come up, the French control over Auvergne and Thiers. But I have no desire to go to war with the King of France, because he seems to be embroiled in yet another conflict with Al-Andalus, and I am too much enjoying my quiet retirement in Toulouse with my brothers. And oh joy that I should still experience this. My daughter Peronella has given birth to a son, my first grandchild. Since the little one is part of the de Villeron dynasty, he should be blessed with a good name. Guiget, Emeric, Raoulf. I liked Raoulf. Let's see what else is there. Rogier, David, Bérard, Andon. André, good name as well. Arnaud. We'll see if we get. No, not after the father. Okay, we're just going to go with Raoulf. I'm just going to type it in. There we go. He shall be named Raoulf, and he is my first grandchild. So of course he needs to be, Raoulf de Villeron needs to be educated, and this role shall fall to his father, who we have to find in the list. There we go. Michael the Hunter shall be educating his child, obviously. And good days where I can, in my old age, still hold my grandchild. Count Jean of Montpellier, the last of the rebellious nobles in the south, has given up his attempts of overthrowing me, and with that we have peace, a complete peace, I would say, in the Duchy of Toulouse. So I think we are in a great place, and I am enjoying my old age with my children and my grandchildren. My steward, Tarkulf, has come up with a bold idea of assessing all property in my realm in a single giant survey, creating a definite record of my holdings. By the way, Tarkulf von Nassau, who is the last of the House Nassau, I believe. Yes, he's the last of the House Nassau. He goes back all the way to Tarkulf and Daria, the followers, one of the first followers of my father. And he is the child of Volkard, the only child of Volkard, and has been married recently to a young Toulousian, to a young Norman woman of common birth. So the House of Nassau shall remain close to the House de Villeron in service, in a dutiful service. Well, he wants to do a great survey. Okay, so we could get, good grief, I will know every acre servant, head of livestock. So we could do that if it works. That is a lot of coin. We don't actually have that much coin. We also can have a general summary, and or we could just leave it be. But there's another thing here, a decision available to found a new kingdom. So we could create a new kingdom here out of the 3 duchies that we hold and become a king of Toulouse. That is an interesting question as well. So what would our kingdom even be if we were to do that? We do have, it does collide with the plans of my steward, so I think this can wait, but it's definitely something that's good to know, that this is a legal possibility now, that we could create the Kingdom of Toulouse rather than just the Duchy of Toulouse, now that we hold 3 duchy titles. So I think a summary of my holdings will be sufficient, and we do not wish to spend all the coin on this. Although we are getting a decent amount of income this time. My Marshal Count Augier is concerned that my assessors will be a prime target for bandits and thieves. Even an incomplete survey could give criminals valuable information. We've done this before. I think my father has done one of these as well. So we can spend another 180 to send a knight with each group, but I think the militias shall be taking care of it. And they are able to keep the assessors safe, which is good news. So yeah, Kingdom of Toulouse, that would definitely be an interesting thing to do after we have the coin collected. Okay, lots of things happening. Children are learning things. So let's have a quick look. Who is Navarre? Isn't learning. He's nothing here. And I think, yeah, okay, Cecilia can begin learning as well. So we'll have them study the language of the Iberians. That is important. Okay, traveling merchants have been complaining about the assessors. So we could, this would give me the avoided by merchants, but that hurts. We could get them to pay for it, or we could just encourage. I think the merchants make a good point. We will encourage travelers. It's more important than the paperwork. I do appreciate the efforts of my steward, but it is in the end. We don't have to ask for gold. We are making enough coin as it is, and the survey shall continue, and we will see. Okay, who's coming up? Count Guillaume the Mad of Béziers. What happens? I've been faithfully paying my due to the crown each year, yet just the other day your tax assessor showed up on my doorstep demanding to inspect my holdings. Do you trust me so little that you must send men to invade my privacy? He does have a point there. But I will know what my lands shall contain. No exceptions. It's not personal. It is a matter of. It is just a matter of things. My son Aldéric seems to have been having a difficult time at our latest feast. He sneaked out early and was not seen for the entire rest of the evening. He has gained the impatient trained. I wonder where he got that from. So he could, well, if you've got better things to do those instead. It runs in the family, that trade. A missive has arrived from the Teutonic Order. As our order grows, we need more land from which to organize our defense of the Catholic faith. The city of Nîmes is perfectly suited to our purpose, and we wish to lease it into service for our cause. Grandmaster Luitpold of the Teutonic Order. We get the city of Nîmes, which is currently held by Mayor Ademar and part of Count Jean's holdings overall. I think, we will ask the mayor to host the Teutonic Order in that city. We've had issues with landings of forces in the region, so this makes strategically absolutely sense, and we shall be doing that. With that, we have obviously received a fair amount of coin from the Teutonic Order, and note has been given that Edwig's daughter of Exeter, my rival, has died of her leprosy. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met her. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that beguiling witch to her grave. Not a day too soon. Whew, okay, so that's done. Antoine has gained the Blade Master title as well, so definitely an improvement there for my brothers. And after many long months surveying my lands, it is done. My assessors have only compiled a vague estimation of my holdings. While still helpful, my tax collectors will almost certainly miss things when tallying what I'm owed. Takulf is dismayed. It's not the result he expected. Well, it's... we get the mediocre assessment, but I'm not going to fire him for his incompetence. It is done, and I think all in all, it was his idea, and I think all in all, it's been worth it. So we do have a slight increase of income in taxes. However, we now have the option at my age of 67 years. Can we do anything? Not yet. At the age of 67, to declare myself king. And I think that might be worth considering. As king, you have new duties and responsibilities. You will now be expected to regularly hold court, solving the disputes of the realm and letting your courtiers take part in daily routines. Count Antoine of Gévaudan is looking sternly at me in a direct, almost lecturing way. Perhaps there is also some surprise in his eyes. He starts to unfold a beautiful banner, bearing the emblem of House de Villeron. One of the ways in which the world will now judge your rule is by how you adorn and care for your royal court. I have taken the liberty to have this made as gift to mark the beginning of my royal tenure. So I have elevated not just myself, but also my whole family. And let them see their new king. We have the banner of House Villeron. And with that, I have done what no one else could. I have united the lands of Toulouse with those of Auvergne and Languedoc. All my life I have worked for this, to call my vassals and make them swear fealty anew. Now and forever, they will pay homage to me not only as their liege, but as king of Toulouse. Lasting forever, the realm is certainly not the case. We've got, obviously, the de Villeron dynasty banner, that shall go here, and we have the de Villeron house banner that shall go on the left. And with that, we have a royal court in the kingdom of Toulouse, which has pacified the lands and surpassed all expectations. And with that, I have become King Aldéric of Toulouse, and my wife, who came from a simple city in the north, has become Queen Eleanor of Toulouse. My daughters, obviously now, we have a Princess Peronella and her husband, Michael the Hunter. We have Princess Juliana of Toulouse. We have Princess Navarre of Toulouse, and Prince Henrique, my son and heir, as well as little Princess Cecilia, who has overcome so much hardship in her young life. And with that, I believe a change in outfit is in order. And here we have it, the royal family of Toulouse.